Flosstube friends, my name is Jill. I'm here on Flosstube and also over on Instagram at @CJillStitch. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see. We are here to talk about cross stitch. So it's been a while. It's been a little over a month since I filmed my last Flosstube. I know people usually say that January feels like it lasts forever. It feels like a couple months to get through January, but it just flew by for me. It was so fast. I felt like I just blinked and it was February. So I'm here now, ready to go, ready to get started again. So it is February 8th today. And a week from today will be my Flosstube anniversary. It'll be my first anniversary of filming Flosstubes. I started on February 15th last year. So that's exciting. I don't know if I'll pop back on next week just to do something little and fun. I don't know, we'll see how the week goes. It's kind of a busy month, so, but I'm here. I'm in my new craft room, finally. It took a while, and I'm still like figuring out the space. So I've got a window behind me that is hopefully not causing a glare. I have a big window on the side of me. I'm hoping it just gives me good lighting in here. So I have my yarn stash back behind me. I don't know if that's gonna stay there or not. The craft room is a huge disaster. So there's boxes everywhere. I don't know where anything's gonna be yet. Like I'm putting things away and like figuring out if that's where I wanna keep them or if I'm gonna rearrange. So I don't know. It's fun, but it's kind of like it's not a top priority. Like I love to work in here. Maybe it's just because I'm enjoying it that I feel like it's a guilty pleasure instead of something that needs to be done. Because like if I'm working in my craft room and the kitchen is dirty, I feel like I should be working in the kitchen. So anyway, it's slowly coming together. And it's going super slow because I decided this is the perfect time to get super organized. So like I had all of my different cross stitch fabrics just kind of piled up on a shelf in my previous craft room. And you know, everyone you get them from folds them differently, so it was just kind of a mishmash of folds and a balancing act. And so I decided to fold them all the same. I put them on, what are they called? Comic strip boards, and get them all folded nicely and arranged by fabric count and fabric type and color. So I have most of them done now. I just keep finding more fabric. Like as I'm unpacking boxes, I keep finding more. So just when I think I'm almost done, I pull out some more. Plus I have more fabric in my haul today that I also have to work on. So, and then I also decided it was a good time to organize my floss better. I used to use bobbins, so most of my DMC was still on bobbins, in like they're like these plastic boxes with little dividers in them, like for jewelry, beading stuff, or just, I guess it's just generic crafting. Anyway, I had all of my bobbins organized in there, and they still are on bobbins. I'll just kind of, I think I'll just leave them on there till I'm using them. But then I didn't have anything really to do with my fancy flosses, and anyway, I'm trying to organize my floss better is the long version, the short version of a long story. And I'm cataloging all of my cross stitch patterns because I have enough that I'm at the point where I can't remember if I bought something or not. So I decided I needed to have a way to organize all of that. So I'm using an app on my phone called X-Stitch. I think it's called X-Stitch, where I can put in all of my patterns and all of my fabrics and my flosses, so I know what I have. So it's going to be super helpful when it's done, but it's like a long, slow process. So I'm enjoying it. It's not like it's torture. It's handling craft supplies, so it's great. I love it. Anyway, okay, enough about my craft room. Let's talk about cross stitching. So I have 2 finishes, which is super exciting because I don't get finishes very often. One of them is a whip go. I started doing whip go this year for the first time, and my very first whip go call was a finish, or it ended up being a finish. So it is, it was a SAL through a Facebook group called Crafty Geeks and Fiber Freaks. And the SAL, or the pattern, was from the Kosher Stitcher. It's a Doctor Who stitch along. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, you might like this. If not, just bear with me. And the SAL ended in November, I think. I was not keeping up with it, but I put it on my board. Most of the things on my whip go board are either work on it for 3 days or finish it. And I think I kind of figured if it's a finish, if I put finish, that it would take maybe 3 days-ish. If not, I would put it on there twice. And this one was just on here the one time. It probably should have been on here twice because it ended up taking me quite a while to finish. Anyway, let me show you what it looks like here. It's so fun. Oops, let me open it up a little more. Okay, so this took a long time because, so it's in a Facebook group full of crafty people with great ideas, and so many of the people in the group made changes to the original pattern. And as I was looking through the pictures, I was like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to change this. I want to do this. So it ended up taking me way longer to finish the chart than it would have if I had just like stitched it the way that it was given to us. Because I kept changing things and recharting things. And so let me see what was done. When I picked it up, I had just these 3 little guys, the 2 adipose and the Cyberman done, and the TARDIS was done, and the scarf down along the bottom was all that I had finished when I picked it up. So I added everything after that. This originally had 2 weeping angels down here. Sorry, I don't know where my boards are to kind of hold it up yet. They're in a box that has not been unpacked yet. Anyway, so, and then there were 2 gas masks up here. So I cut out a weeping angel and a gas mask and rearranged that. I wanted to put a couple quotes, like on either side of the TARDIS, quotes from the show, because it has, Doctor Who is so fun because it's like lots of fun, quirky quotes in it, and then like some really good, profound sentiments as well. I kind of wanted to put those in, but after charting and recharting and rearranging, I finally just decided I just needed to finish it. Like it just needed to be done. So I scrapped that, and I was gonna have it say wibbly wobbly, timey wimey down here, and I moved that up. You can see I put that in. There were 2 canines up on the top. I swapped one of them out for Lady Cassandra. It's super dry here in Vegas right now. I kind of feel like Lady Cassandra. I feel like I just wander around my house going, moisturize me. I need lotion. It's so dry. Okay, that doesn't mean anything if you don't watch Doctor Who. Sorry, I'll refrain from the references. And then it was so nice. The Kosher Stitcher threw in some like bonus patterns for some of the months, and at the end in November, she put in like a bonus that was all of the sonic screwdrivers, like a whole thing you could stitch, or you could pull those to put them in this pattern, so you could pick which sonic things. It wasn't just screwdrivers too, it was like, is there a blaster in there? Something of rivers? I don't remember. Anyway, you could kind of customize the sampler. So I wanted to do the sonic screwdrivers for 9, 10, 11, and 12. But I got looking at it, and 9 and 10, like their screwdrivers were really similar. This is 9 right here. And 10's was like a little bit bigger and a little bit of a different color, but for the most part, they just looked a lot the same. Which is kind of boring. So I changed it a little bit because the 10th Doctor is also the 14th. And he has a really cool screwdriver. So this is 9, 11, 12, and 14 right there. So, and then I added the Bad Wolf on the TARDIS as well. So it's super fun. I'm really happy with it. This fabric is from Fabric Flair. It says it's a 14 count Aida. It's not. I'm pretty sure it's 28 count, but it's just an even weave. It's definitely not Aida. Anyway, it was really fun to stitch on. I think it's called Purple Galaxy. And it was just fun. Look how cool that is. Whoop. So that's the whole thing. I want to make it into a pillow. It's kind of a big pillow. Well, anyway. But I'm not going to do it anytime soon. So I have a Doctor Who quilt that I'm working on. Well, not currently working on it. It's been like at least a year since I started it, or since I worked on it. But I do want to pull it out again. So, and it's not gonna get done anytime soon. It's like a paper piecing quilt of all of the first 12 Doctors, and I think I have 2 or 3 done. So I need to pull that out and work on it some more, and then I think I want to back the quilt and the pillow in the same fabric. So I'm gonna wait until I know what I'm backing the quilt in so that they can match. Anyway, someday it will be finished. I'm happy to have it done. It was really fun to stitch on. I don't know what it is about SALs. It's just like this pressure to finish something just because other people are working on it. I don't know. I'm happy about that one. It was really fun. Okay, and then, so that was my first whip go. And then my other finish, this was a start, this was one of my 12 by 12 days of Christmas starts. In fact, it was the last day, I think. It was called Mod Bloom Box by Robin Pickens Designs. Look how cute this is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. I had so much fun stitching this. I think this has been one of my all-time favorite things to stitch. I love, this is my favorite, is doing bright colors, geometric shapes, and like, this is the perfect amount of stitching, like for each color. It's not constant color changes, but it's changing it up like frequently. It was just, I just loved every single stitch of this. I think it took me 3 or 4 days of stitching to do it because I would just get started and just go to town. I love it so much. I kind of want to stitch it 10 more times, put it in every room of my house. And this is also a quilt pattern by Robin Pickens, which I have. Oh, I should have grabbed it. I don't have it right now by me, but I am making that into a quilt so fast after my craft room is like together enough that I can sew in it. Oh, it's so cute. I love it, love it, love it. And it's just little and fun and makes me happy. Okay, so that was finish number 2. So let's go to whips. So my first whip is my other whip go from January. So I decided it would be fun to stitch the whips that are called from Whip Go starting on the day of the number they were called. Does that make sense? So like Doctor Who was number 7. Yeah, is it 7 or 9? 7. So I started working it on January 7th, and then the other one, the other number was 24, 22, oh gosh, it was 22. So I started working it on January 22nd, and it is called Hogsmeade. It's from Country Magic Stitch on Etsy. I don't have a picture of it. Oh, I need to sneeze, I'm so sorry. I don't have a picture of it. I'll try to remember to put a picture of it up on here. I'm fighting a sneeze right now. Oh, okay. So it's called Visit Hogsmeade. And I think I started this last year. I think I only worked on it 1 or 2 days. So this is where I am now. I did one little thing over here this time when I picked it up. Maybe it was the black down here, and then and this was done. So I did everything, all of this, during my 3 days of Whip Go for January, which I thought was like a decent amount of work, but some good stitching. And I love this kind of stitching where you just like, I know some people don't like doing big blocks of color, like for a roof or, you know, where you're doing fill-in. I think it's fun. So I did almost all gray. And my husband and I watched The Big Bang Theory. We kind of binged it. We're still working on it, but I remember working on it and watching The Big Bang. So that is where I got on that one. And it will pop up again on my Whip Go some other time this year. It's not like on there for any kind of a finish. I'm just hoping for progress. So that's that one. And then, so Doctor Who and Hogsmeade were my January whips. So February, the first one has already, what is it, 3 and 24, I think, are the numbers. So I started number 3 on February 3rd, still in January, I guess. And it was the Gather In from Plum Street Samplers. This is the only pattern I have on my Whip Go board that is a seasonal one. And I kind of just threw it on because I had an extra space, and I started this last fall and didn't get a lot of progress in on it, so I thought it was kind of a sad start, so I decided to stick it in. It doesn't feel really seasonal to me either. Like it's not Halloween. I'm not in a Halloween mood, I'm not in like a Santa mood, but this is just like there's pumpkins in it, but it's not super seasonal, I guess. Sorry, it's also got horrible hoop marks on it right now. I got some good progress in on it though. Look at this. So when I picked it up at the beginning of the month, or on the 3rd, I had probably 3/4 of the roof done and a few of the stars. So I finished the roof and did this whole, the star in the house over here, and finished all of the little stars coming out of the chimney. Look how pretty that is. I can't tell if it's getting in the frame. Oh, I love this stitch so much. So much fun. And this is what I'm talking about. I love stitching like the roof here and the white or the cream of the house, just that big blocks of color. I love it. So So this is on my Whitgo board again. I kind of want to have it get called soon and keep working on it. Part of me is kind of hoping though that it gets called in the fall so I can work on it when it's the fall. And I actually worked on this for 4 days, not 3, because day 1 was not a very good stitchy day. It was a Saturday, I think, and we were really busy that day, and by the time I sat down in the evening with it, I was exhausted. So it was kind of a sad day of stitching. So I tacked an extra day on at the end. I did 4. 'Cause I'm loosey-goosey like that. Okay, let's see. What else did I work on? Okay, so I worked on, I wanted to call it the token. It's not the token, I finished that one. It is Opus I from Long Dog Samplers. I am doing this as like a length a day, or a thread a day, or whatever you want to call it. That just kind of evolved because when I was working on the token, I had a deadline, and I couldn't work on it when my husband was around. So I would pick it up in the morning, like get my kids up and going for school, and I kind of help get their lunches going and do my daughter's hair, and then I have time to just like sit while they eat their breakfast and finish packing their lunch and do all of the stuff. So and I realized I had about, like, it takes about as much time for them to do all of that as it takes for me to do a length of floss. So after I finished the token, I was like, I should just keep going on this and pull out a different pattern, and you know, even if I'm only getting a length in a day, that's progress. So I pulled out Opus I. This is how far I am on the whole thing. And when I started doing this in December, but I probably only got a couple weeks in December. So, and I was working on this big, huge motif right here. Really big one right there. And I felt like that took forever. Like, this is a repeating pattern going around the outside, and I never like figured out that pattern. Every single little piece of it, I had to consult the pattern again, the chart, because I never really got it. Anyway, I felt like it took me forever to get through that motif, and I finally finished it, and then I did this one and this one, and I'm working on this one now. It's gonna come up here. It's like a tree with a bird in it. So, and then the letter P is over here too. And then when that's done, I'll come down. You can see it needs some work over, wow, fabric is really big, over here. And then there's a little more at the bottom, but it's progress. Like, this took over a month to do because it's just like a length a day, but look at how much I've gotten done in just a couple months. That would not have happened if it was just sitting in a drawer, because I thought, oh, I'm not gonna get that much done any day. Anyway, I'm happy with the progress that I'm making, is what I'm trying to say here. It's good. It's looking really pretty, and I need to finish some long dogs because I have 3 going right now, and I want to start a couple more. I'm making myself finish some of these first. There's a, can't remember who started it. There's something going around that's called Leap Year Long Dog. What it's called. People are talking about starting a long dog on Leap Day, February 29th, which would be super fun. I don't know if I can have 4 going. Oh, last year I had 4 going. I don't know. I also really want to start Act of God, but it's huge. And I have Saga. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen with that. Anyway, I'm getting in a length a day on this, and it's going to get finished at some point. Okay, I also had a chance to work on You Belong to Me, which is my Egyptian long dog sampler. I it was just for like maybe not even a week. It was maybe 5 days that I got in on it, but I made some really good progress. And I've got a hanging thread on it. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna leave it. And it's not totally off the Q-snap. It just kind of popped off one side of it. But I did, in those 5 days, I did like, let's see if I can pull it out here. All of this. Starting at this building right here, going all the way over. I think I had that bird done. So it kind of comes up through here, this whole top along here. Like, I was cruising on this, you guys. I was so happy with the progress I got done on it. And like the rest of the pattern almost fits in this Q-snap, which is so exciting. It does go over a little further. Like, this is not the end, the edge, but not a lot further. So it's mostly just what's in here. And then I need to finish the border. You can see the border goes all the way around. It's just like 3 stitches for the most part that I need to do. But I feel like the end is in sight. It's still a couple pages away, but it's in sight. It's like a, I don't know, 10 or 12 page pattern. So just having a couple pages left is exciting. So I do want to make some more progress on this. I want to finish it so I can start another long dog. It's a vicious circle. Okay, and then my last whip this month. So I finished Mod Bloom Box. Sorry, I've got the notification on my phone. I need to clear off it. I finished Mod Bloom Box and wanted to start something else colorful, or not start something, but work on something colorful, because I was going through withdrawals, like color withdrawals, colors and shapes. So I pulled out my Small World cross stitch and worked on it for a few days. This is from an Etsy shop that is no longer there. Kind of makes me think that it was maybe they had patterns that that they just charted without the permission from the artists. But I have looked and I can't find like an original artist on this, so I don't know. I'm just gonna stitch it for me. So sorry, it's got big hoop marks. So I pulled it out and trying to just like pull that up so it's easy to hold. I did a little of the pink over here when I pulled it out, and then I did basically everything from this tower over. So the reds and the purples and the flag, all of that over here is what I did in just a few days. It was so much fun to work on. I love the big bright colors in this and just the Mary Blair vibes that it gives. I still need to fill in the sun. Oh, this is on an opalescent. Can you see that? A little bit maybe. It's so pretty. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun to look at when it's done. This is not the edge. It comes over further on both sides. But I'm having so much fun with it. It just makes me happy. So it's a good one to pull out when I need some color in my life. Also, it's sunny today. This is the first time this week it's been sunny in Vegas. It's been wonderful. I love rainy days. We've had like 3 or 4 in a row, like rain all day. Usually in Vegas it kind of blows in and dumps really hard for 10 minutes and then goes away. We don't usually have like full days of drizzle, so it's been so much fun. I love it. Okay. That's all my whips. I do have, as far as plans go, my other whip go for February. I will start on the 24th. I think that was the number that was called. It's Betsy's House. I think it's Plum Street Samplers, and I just realized I don't have it with me right now. So I'll show it in my next video. And I think I have it down as a finish. Like I work on it till it's finished. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it won't take as long as my finish for Doctor Who that literally took me like 11 days. I just have to, I think it's over halfway done. I know I have a little bit of frogging to do on it, but I think I can finish it. So, and then I also want to work, so I finished my Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. I just need to do the beading. And I think I showed the finish in my last video, except for the beading. So I have everything I need to bead now. I even had a dream the other night that I was beading it. So I've been putting it off because I'm waiting for a good chunk of time I have during daylight hours when the lighting is good to do it, because this is my first beading. So I have not had a good chunk of time all month. So I've had kids at home, they had some days off. I don't know, just hasn't worked. Oh, it took me a while to get the thread I needed. 1, 2, 3 stitch was out of the beading thread I wanted. Anyway, have everything now. Maybe tomorrow I either can work on that or I work in my craft room some more. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully by my next video it will be beaded. I'm excited to do it. So, and then those are my only big February plans, is my whip go and the beading. So I just need to go through my projects and pull out something that is calling to me and spend some time with it. So let's do haul. I think that's all that's left. Okay, I have a lot of fabric. So let me start with that. My friend Emmy from Mission Stitch, we were talking a couple weeks ago and she was telling me about this new fabric dyer that she found. I don't think they're new, but new to her. So I went to check them out and realized that I had actually seen their stuff before and considered buying it, so I put an order in then. So it's called Those Missing Stitches, and I got 2 fabrics from her. The first one is called Wonderful Walter, and that's actually, I think, pretty true to color. It's maybe showing up a little more gray than it is, but I thought that one was lovely. And the reason I found her is this fabric right here. It's called Epically Evil Fairy Godmother. Oh, it's not that drastic of modeling. Like it blends a little better than it's showing up. It's just greens and like a purpley gray color. Anyway, so I am kind of doing a SAL. I haven't started it, but I am I want to do a SAL. That this is the fabric, the chosen fabric for it. You can do whatever you want, but it's another, it's not Facebook. It's Abby Sue Designs through Etsy. You can get it through Etsy, but I think she has a website too. I'll put it below. She did a Disney villain. It's like their mugshots for Disney villains. It's super cute. So I joined that. I bought the pattern. It's been releasing every week for, I don't know, like 16 weeks or something since October, I think. And it just ended last week. So clearly I'm behind because I haven't started it. But it is in my potential future plans. And this is the fabric that I want to use for it. So, well, that was another like long drawn out story. Just very Gabby today. Sorry, guys. I got my fabric of the month from Forbidden Fiber Co. It was January's. I'm a little behind. This was Resolution. It's a good January one. Ooh, that looks pretty accurate. Oh, it's so pretty. Here's the other side. Let me just open it up here. Isn't that fun? I don't know what I'm gonna stitch on this. Oh, I have my window open back there. Kind of, anyway, it's fun. I like it. And I haven't gotten February's yet. I've gotten, I don't think I've shown my Floss Fix or my Floss Frenzy that I get from Fat Quarter Shop. It's, one of them is Weeks Dye Works and the other one is Classic Color Works. I don't remember which one's which. So I don't think I've shown those since like November. And I'm not gonna show them. I was organizing all my floss and I just wanted to get them all organized. So I just put them away. So sorry, if you want to see those, let me know. This is Stitch Me Dusty Cottage. That one's a fun one. I don't know if they all turned out this way, but I feel like this one, it's like the edges are darker and more mottled, and then it's like a picture frame almost for something stitched in the middle. So that's fun. And then I placed an order with Under the Sea Fabrics and I got those. So this is Iced Grapes. I actually have this already in a, I had it already in a 32 count, but I wanted it for a project and I wanted it in a 36 count. So I did a reorder. So I will show that I think sometime this year. It's gonna be fun. That's just really pretty. And then I also got, this is a 36 count Minerva. It's just this really nice. It looks a little more blue than it's showing up. It is definitely a blue-gray. See if I can, nope, it does not want to be blue. So just trust me, it's blue. And then, sorry, I should have taken this out of the bag. I got some fabrics from, oh goodness, the Kitten Stitcher. Pretty sure it was the Kitten Stitcher. So this is a flannel flower. I think everybody's seen that one, right? And baked clay. This is a fox and rabbit, and I think I wanted it for something specific and I don't remember what it was. Hopefully that will come to me. And then I have white clay, which is just a really nice neutral. And then this one, this is not a neutral. I love it. It's called Mater Sandwich. It's even a little more orangey than it's showing up. I think I have some big plans for this one too, but not right away. I don't know, I need to play with it a little bit, but I don't usually buy fabrics that are this like bright. I'm excited about that. It's gonna be good. Okay, and oh, I should have opened this bag first. I got a couple of things from the Colorado Cross Stitcher. This is called Dark Cobblestone. Just a nice dark neutral. And then I also got a pattern from her. I will show you when I come to it. Oh, I ordered these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous flosses. Had to put them on a ring just to admire them. This is from Tom and Lily Creations. They're over in France. You can find them on Etsy. Look at these greens. Aren't those so pretty? They're so pretty. If you can even see them all. I just needed more green in my life. I live in Las Vegas. We don't have any green here. So I want everything that this shop sells. They even have like a Floss of the Month club. that I am wanting to be a part of. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy because I pushed record. Okay, I have been enabled. It's not hard to do. A couple people have stitched this lately. And I want to say one of them was Melanie from Uplift Stitch. I will link them below. Melanie and Michael have just the cutest Flosstube. You should go check them out. Uplift, I think it's Stitches. Maybe it's Stitch. Anyway, okay, it's linked below. And I wanted to say she did this whole thing, and I'm okay. So this is Blackbird Designs, the Loose Feathers series for the birds. So this is the first one in the series. There's 9 of them, and I'm pretty sure Melanie did all 9 of these like on one big piece of fabric, and it looked amazing. And I had, I think, 2 of these. So when I saw that, I was like, I need them all. I need to do them all, because I don't have enough giant cross stitches I'm working on, right? So look how cute these all are. I thought Melanie had done all of these, but then I think she posted something recently saying she was thinking of working on one of them. So now I'm like, was that what she was working on? I can't remember. They're so cute though. I'm so excited to do these. I just need a good excuse to start them. Well, the first one is called Spring Fever. So I should start it in the spring, right? And I got all the flosses for the first, I think it's for the first pattern. And they overlap a lot. So anyway, oh, I'm excited to work on that. I also got the fabric for it. It's Wren from Picture This Plus, and I don't know what I did with it. It's not in my bag. So anyway. Okay, and then I have some patterns to share with you. The first one is from, oh, I just forgot what it's called. The Sunflowers, the Snowflower Diaries, excuse me. It's called Red Scissors. Look how cute that is. That would stitch up so quick. It's 159 by 66. And you could, I love that variegated red they have in there. What is it? Buckeye Scarlet from the Gentle Art. There's so many pretty variegated reds you could use for this though. So I'm gonna stitch that up real quick sometime when I feel like doing a small. I love these smalls that you just, they go so fast, and then you have a sense of accomplishment when you finish them. I should do more of them. So I have a few more smalls. I got this. This is Spring Fling from With Thy Needle and Thread. Oops. Whoops. Oh, it's kind of upside down. Look how cute that is. Isn't that darling? Cute little bunny. A robin. Oh, I love it. I think it's a little bigger than I think it is though. It's 164 by 96. So it's not tiny, but it's just so springy and cute. I even have some pink fabric I could use for that. I'm trying not to start a ton of things because I have a lot of whips. But I have 2 finishes now, so I could start something, right? And then I got, this is Manor at Peacock Hill. This is another With Thy Needle, Brenda Gervais. Look how cute that is. I love anything with a peacock on it. Oh. And I love the variegation in that. Look how cool that is. Yay. And this one is, it's kind of big. It's not very small. See, it's deceiving when they put it in just these little patterns. When they fold the paper in half, I think it's small. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh no, it's not Okay, I also placed an order to Evertote. I got Eddie and Patsy from Maximum Cross Stitch because I want to stitch all the birds. I love the Veriswa conversion on this one, but I am doing the Roxy Flosstube, which I also love. The Veriswa is like a little bit like deeper colors, darker, but this one is also really pretty. So that's going to be a fun stitch at some point. And then I got 3 modern folk embroidery patterns. The Irish Quaker sampler and a Secret Sky. I thought I had this one, but I did not. I checked in my app that I have now. It's in there now though. And the Little Bird Quaker sampler. So cute. Oh, speaking of modern folk embroidery. So on January 1st, I started the 2024 SAL for Modern Folk Embroidery. No Time Like the Present. I think I mentioned it in my last Flosstube. I started it in a brown. I was gonna do brown and green, and I didn't love it. So I put that aside, picked a different fabric and different colors, and I showed those in my last Flosstube and said I was gonna do that instead. And before I even started, I changed my mind again and pulled out a third fabric and a different color and started that and changed my mind again. I don't know why I'm struggling with this so much. Like nothing felt right. So I need to unpick try number 3 because it's on one of my favorite fabrics and I don't want to just scrap it. But it's a 40 count, so frogging a 40 count. Oh, I didn't get really far into it, thankfully. Anyway, I think I may go back to try number 1, the brown, but do a blue with it. At any rate, I'm not gonna do it right now. It's kind of been put on like the back burner. And sometime when I feel like starting it, I will start it again and it will maybe, I don't know, it'll just click better for me than it is. The irony is not lost on me that the pattern is called No Time Like the Present, and I have never procrastinated so much on something as I am with this one. You guys, it's just not working for me. I don't know what the problem is, but it's a cute pattern. I really wanted to work on it. In fact, I kind of wanted to try to keep up with it as a SAL because it's broken up into 10 months and I kind of wanted to do it. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, okay. I ordered this cute pattern that's going to be super noisy to take out of the package, so I hope you can see it okay. The company is Couleur Tourterelle, and the pattern is called Clémence Jeannot 1889. I'm sure that's the company. That's the name of the pattern. This is the pattern. Oh gosh. It's really not showing up good. Oh, right there. Isn't that pretty? I don't know what it is about this one that just, I love. Maybe it's all the birds because I want to stitch all the birds. All birds. And that border. That's quite the border, but it's pretty. I want to do it. So, and I got that from the Kitten Stitcher with a few other patterns. Okay, I fell down a rabbit hole of Perman of Copenhagen patterns. I just suddenly decided I love them all and I want them all. So I got 2 on eBay. I ordered 3 more from the Kitten Stitcher. These are the 3. Let me show you the ones from the Kitten Stitcher first. This one is called, it's just called Sampler 1859 Anna. Look how cute that is though. Oh, if you can see it. Look at that little kitty. Isn't that so fun? this is not a super big sampler. It's 166 by 168. So, I mean, it's not tiny, but it's doable. It doesn't have like a big complicated border going around it. Oh, it's just cute. Cute little birds. I love it. And then I got, this one is just called Sampler 1830. They need to be more creative with their sampler names. Oh, this is just a big, this is a big one. 330 by 439. If I ever decide, there's lots of people right now doing like a motif a week. If I ever decide to do that, this is probably what I'll do. Just look at all of those motifs on it. Isn't that fun? Oh, I love it. This would be really pretty with a couple other colors thrown into. Not that I have anything against the blue and white. I love the blue and white. Okay, and the last one I got from Kosher Stitcher is, it's called Blue Sampler. Look at that. This is what I love about Long Dogs, is she gives all of her patterns fun names. Okay, end of story. Look how fun that is. I don't know if those are knights. I think they're not knights. They're just dandies out for a ride on their horses. But look at those. Are they lions or dragons? Up at the top. Like fun house. Oh, I just like it. So, I got those. I got this one off of eBay, although I think you can get it other places too. I'm gonna take it out of the package. Thought that was gonna be a little bit quieter than it was, sorry. I think this one's called Dutch Sampler, Dutch Beauty 1790. And I've seen other people working on this one. Can't remember who. I've been catching up on a lot of Flosstube the past few days, and it all blurs together, but I did see someone working on it. I love that deer in the middle. So cute. Who is working on this? And that swan? What? Okay. I love it all. And then this last one, oh my gosh, I love this cross stitch so much. I got it in a kit, because I think it's the only way it comes. I got it off eBay. It's not used. What's the word? The whole kit is here, but it's not like new. And I don't know if it even has a name. I also love Perman patterns because like the chart is huge. Look how big. It's on the A4 paper. So I can see it really easily because my eyesight is just awful. Okay, I don't know what it's called. Roses. I don't know what it is about this, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's the black that makes it, because it would be really pretty on like a natural linen or on a pink, but it's this black. It's just so striking. So I want to stitch it sometime. It came with black Ada. Oh, and a needle. I don't know if I want to do it on the Ada though. I might swap it out for like a black Lugana or something. But it's got all the flosses. They're all a little bit squashed because I think it's an older pattern and it's just been flattened in a package for a long time. Anyway, oh, I just love it. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So that's high on my want to start list whenever I decide to let myself start something else. So, and that's the end of my haul. Already talked about my plans for February. I think that's about it. Thank you for sticking around if you're still here, and for being just a part of this wonderful cross-stitch community, and for your sweet comments. I have not been good about responding to comments on Instagram or on Flosstube, and I apologize about that. It's just been crazy. I have a goal this year to be better about it, and I have failed so far. I'm gonna do better. Anyway, thanks for being here, and just being you. You're all wonderful, and I will see you in a couple weeks.